Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mason Multi-Purpose Field as we get underway for some GMC soccer action. Before we get into tonight's broadcast, we would like to shout out our proud sponsors by Reach Cabinets and Remodeling, your hometown experts in turning visions into reality. I'm Trevor Rose here with my broadcast partner, Katie Halligan. And Katie, a game where the Comets continue on what is a GMC winning streak that they have in the last two seasons.
Yes, the Comets come into this one 6-0 and 3-0 in the GMC, where Fairfield is 2-5 and 2-1 in the GMC.
A matchup that should be very exciting. Another GMC matchup, every GMC matchup, a tough one at that. Cincinnati Enquirer has these Comets ranked third in the Cincinnati area. The only teams better than them, the GMC leading Lakota West Firebirds and the St. X Bombers, who these Comets will see on Saturday. Which Fairfield will go ahead and start with the ball in the first half. Waiting for the head official to give the nod. And there it is. Be fired away by Fairfield all the way over, and we are underway here at the Mason Multi-Purpose Field. Lost track, remain Comet possession. Coming into this game, the Comets have won 12 straight GMC matches, dating to 9-0 last season, where they went 14-1-4 overall. Thrown by Zaw will be headed away. The foul will be called on the Comets number 7, Searles. Be a free kick for the Indians. Free kick in and out. Harris had a huge game on Tuesday night against Middletown. 4-goal game for Harris. Has Harris way down low. Had himself a great run into the 18, and it will be kicked out and cleared. Great throw in. The shot on goal is good. TR Bigzon with the goal. And the Comets already out to an early 1-0 lead. Not even three full minutes into this match today, and the Comets already have their first goal of the night. like they will have a stoppage to tie some cleats.
It's going to be out of bounds, and Zaw's going to be the pass in. Way downfield looking for Landon Miller, but it's going to be out on Fairfield.
Zaw for another throw-in. Been taking a lot of the Comet throw-ins this season. He has an extreme arm on the throw-ins as well as an extreme leg. Pass onside, and Darling, the keeper, will kick it out. Great stutter move there by Za. To Harris. Now 35 minutes remaining in the first half. Comet goal came in the 37th. Sorry, the third. Great fight at the bottom, and a foul will be called on the Comets. It will be a free kick right outside the 18. See how the Comet defense can stop this one, and the keeper, Landon Darlin, the sophomore, has been excellent on the year so far. Kick in, way offline. It will be a keeper kick for Darlin. Begzon pushed off of the ball, named that it was not a foul by Fairfield. One probably should have, and that's what the Comet coach on the sideline is arguing. One popped easy for the keeper for Fairfield. Great control by Zaw to keep that one in. Pass into the box, deflected. Back in the free kick by Zaw, all the way across the pitch. Great footwork by Harris, just loses it barely. And the clear out by Darlin and go to Fairfield possession. Over to the far side, but Chrisman. Comets have been really trying to get number 8, Edward Zaw, down the far side. So far, all half. Try to see if they can get him a little run. Try to get him closer to the box for a shot. Great footwork by the Indians, and then he missed it. Pulled it way, way wide to the right of the goal. And smothered by Darlin. Zaw will boot it. What a boot and what a leg that Zaw has. And both Indian defenders fall over. And then he sails it way over the net. Be out of bounds on the Comets. It will be an Indian throw-in. They'll call a foul on the Indians in favor of the Comets. Trip up. Landon Miller tripped up. It'll be number 10 to kick it away for the Comets. The kick in. The header just missed, but Dabrowski able to keep it from going out. And he sailed it way over the net again. Way over top of anybody. Great win there by the Comets. The slide tackle out. The Comet throw-in.
Fairfield doing everything they can to keep Mason out of the box, as Mason scored over 30 goals in only 6 games this year, so they know just how dangerous they can be if they get in the box.
While only allowing 2 on the year. A phenomenal season for the Comets. Great ball in. They'll call a corner for the Comets. Be number 8, Edward Zaw. And with one of the biggest legs on this Comet team to go take the corner. In. Chrisman buries it in the back of the net, and the Comets will have a 2-0 lead off of the corner kick by number 8, Edward Zaw, put in by number 23, Mitch Chrisman.
This is right on theme for the Comets, as in their last 3 games, they scored 8, 3, and 9.
Two of those games being against GMC opponents, Coleraine Cardinals and the Middletown Middies on Tuesday night. Milford also being the outlier in the ECC. 3-0 win for the Comets in that game. They call a foul on midfield on the Comets. Not sure if that one was really a foul. It looked like he played the ball. It would just be a free kick, though, for the Indians. Chrisman, his second goal of the year. Not really a guy you would get goals out of. More of a defender for Comets, and probably the most hard-nosed defender, as it will be a Indian corner kick. Number 18, Gleb Parker in. Well, the Comets, that one headed out. Actually straight up in the air. And cleared by Chrisman. The throw in by Za. Fungo. And lost by the Comets. Comets have been playing some tough defense tonight.
It's been a very physical game on both sides of the ball tonight. Little pushing, little shoving. Definitely going to be a physical game all night.
And a foul called on the Indians on the far side. A little over halfway through the first half. Comets already a 2-0 lead. 2 shots on goal so far tonight. Be Edward Za for the free kick at midfield. The kick all the way to the 18. And out. Be a Comet throw in. Substitutions in. Number 24 in for the Comets. The Grady Kruger in, Eli Bean to the bench. Some fresh legs in for the Comets. And that one will go out. Searles undercuts in, and they proceed to lose the possession. It'll go back in the Indian way. Out by the Comets. to be a Indian throw-in. So we had 17 minutes remaining in the first half. Grayson Stern into the game for the Comets, some more fresh legs. PA Indian corner kick. The boot is way over. The next try, right off the hands of Landon Darlin, and it will go all the way out. Great defense there by the sophomore keeper. And they'll call the foul. He got pushed off the ball. And they're going to card him. And they end up giving him the red card. Red card called in the first half.
He was definitely not happy about that call. Started mouthing off to the ref, and the refs are not going to have that tonight. They give him a red card here with only 15 minutes remaining in the first.
An interesting one. Interesting change of events. Proceeds to get a yellow after arguing with the referees, and then the red card coming out after he said another thing. OHSAA looking for the free kick. 15:39 remaining, and they're still on the Fairfield sideline explaining it to the coach.
Definitely not what you need right now if you're Fairfield. Down 2 with Mason in the box, as we've talked about before, is a dangerous position for them to be in.
Exactly, with who's about to kick this ball for the Comets, Edward OHSAA. OHSAA has already had himself a phenomenal night. Assist-wise, already has 1. OHSAA, the free kick in, headed out. OHSAA using the juke moves to his abilities to try to shake off defenders. That one shot all the way down the pitch, right to the keeper, Darlin. And he'll scoop it up. 14 and a half remaining in the first half. Great body control there by the Indian attacker. And be out of bounds on the Indians. It will be a throw-in by Edward Zaw. Tripped up, they call ball, and it will be Indian ball on the throw-in. Be a foul call on the Comets. Indians setting up for the free kick. And great defense there by the Comets. We'll kick all the way out, and it will be a Comet throw-in. 11 and a half remaining in the first half. And that one will go out. Ten and a half remaining in the first half. Comets have had control almost this entire half. Be a stoppage for an injured player. Pops up right after the referee calls to cut time. Be a keeper kick. Subs in for Comets, will be number 4, Carson Zimro. In for number 8, Edward Zaw. on the pitch. Looks like a head injury. We're going to go ahead and head to a quick break here for the injury timeout. When we get back, we'll be back for the remainder of the first half. We're back here for Comets and Indians. Be a free kick for the Indians. They'll keep possession. Labeled Fairfield ball. Goes off the referee. You see that one a little too often. Seen that one maybe 3 or 4 times in the last couple weeks doing soccer games. Ball going right off the referee.
Refs really trying to get involved in the game.
Any way they can in any sport. Towards the middle, and he unable to make good contact. Send that one towards the goal. Be foul called on the Indians. 7.5 remaining in the first half. The offside called on Miller. Number 24, Kruger, had some great defense there. Great clear out there by the keeper, Darling. And we'll go all the way out for a Comet throw. Subs will roll on onto the field. It will be number 12, Eli Bean, and number 9, Jake Dabrowski in for the Comets.
It's going to be Dabrowski with the throw-in. Another throw-in for Dabrowski.
Comet keeper will pick it up. Throw it across the pitch over to Kruger. Comet keeper has had himself a great night so far. Been a part of 2 shutouts this season and maybe more. Only 2 recorded on the stat sheet.
Mason goalies have only allowed 2 goals this whole season out of the 6 games. So great goalies there.
We'll go out for a Comet throw, and Chrisman will toss it over to Bean. Bean to throw it in. Chrisman clears it out of the box. The Indians still threatening. And we'll sail out for an Indian throw-in. Three and a half remaining here in the first half. Comets have scored early so far in this half. Throw in into the 18 over into the fenced area right by the north side of the Mason multi-purpose field for a goal kick. Comet possession, 2 minutes remaining here at the Mason multi-purpose field in the first half. to the corner. It would be a Comet throw in way deep into the corner. Minute and a half remaining. Cleared and booted way out of the multi-purpose field all the way over to the tennis courts.
Don't think I've ever seen that.
And not a direct shot over there, but sometimes you might see some deflections over into the tennis court area. But, man, that one was a turn and kick. This Comet defense has been relentless. 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Foul called on the Comets. And the clock will tick out. Here in the first half, the Comets have a 2-0 lead. As we head into halftime, we would like to get another quick shout out to tonight's sponsor, Reach Cabinets and Remodeling. From kitchens to custom cabinetry, they bring expert craftsmanship and hometown pride to every project, just like the Comets. We'll go ahead and head to a quick halftime break here on Mesa Sports Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half at the Mason Multi-Purpose Field. Before we get underway with the second half, I'd like to give a big thank you for tonight's sponsor, Reach Cabinets and Remodeling. I am Trevor Rose here with my broadcast partner, Katie Halligan. Katie, a first half fully controlled by the Comets, 2 goals early on, and then it's just been a defensive battle for the Comets so far.
Yeah, and this is nothing new for the Comets this season. They're 6-0 right now and 3-0 in the GMC, so this domination is nothing new for the Comets. We'll see if they can continue it here on in the second half. And
the Comets winning 14 matches last year, only losing 1, and that one was the one to end their season. 9-0 in the GMC last season, continued to make their big-time GMC winning streak. Comets will start with the ball in the second half. Miller, and it will be kicked all the way down. If the Comets score here again in this half, expect a lot more of these starters to be taken out with some of these bench guys that may not have as much playing time on the year. Some of these other guys has a foul called on the Indians. Pushed down, number 7, Cooper Searles, one of the captains for this Comet team. Edward Zaw boots it down. They'll go ahead and award the spot. Go ahead and award the spot for a penalty kick. He was pushed down from behind as now it looks like number 8, Edward Zaw, coming to take the penalty kick.
If you're the Fairfield Indians, as someone last person you probably want coming to take this, but we'll have to see what the Fairfield goalie can do.
Edward Zaw had a goal. It looks like he won't be the one to take it. It would be Landon Miller, number 19, one that was fouled in the box. Miller is set and ready. Miller also has himself a very strong leg. A lot of the players on this team do. Ref blows the whistle. Miller, his shot is in and good. The Comets a 3-0 lead. Landon Miller gets his goal of the night. And again, now start expecting some of these starters, some of these guys that have played a lot of minutes tonight to start dwindling their way out. And the guys that haven't played probably as much start getting their way in. 3-0 lead as we're only a minute and 9 seconds in to this first half.
Yeah, this is definitely a game to get some of your younger guys on the team, some of those sophomores and juniors, to get some really good, great varsity experience in a game like this. So we'll definitely start seeing some substitutions soon.
For a minute, I felt like everybody in the stands thought number 8, Edward Zaw, was going to be the one to take that penalty kick. Back to Zaw. Be a foul called on the Comets and a late one. Probably the right call, though. The number 3 for the Indians limping off the field. The Indians set for their free kick. Be a yellow card awarded to Fairfield. I mean, another one. I'm saying maybe some colorful language happening down there on the pitch, and
Yeah, the refs are definitely not having any of that tonight. They're not afraid to pull out those cards when things like that are said.
and we've already seen a lot of that happen so far, especially on the Indian side. Red card earlier in the first half, and then now the yellow awarded. That one way over. He touched it outside the box. And the goal. Harris grabs the ball out of the keeper's hand and shoots it right into the goal. He picked it up outside the 18. Harris just said thank you. Right in. Another goal for the Comets, 4-0.
It was just about a waiting game to see when Harris was going to score tonight. He's been a scoring machine, scoring 4 in the last game. So it was just a matter of time before we saw him hit one to the back of the net.
I don't think I've ever seen that one happen. That one occur. Wow, that was fun. That was kind of funny to watch. He goes outside the 18 and grabs the ball, and Harris was like, "Thank you," and then kicks it right in. Some talk happening on the Fairfield sideline between the coach and the referee. They're trying to see if maybe a no goal to occur.
Remind everyone to please keep your courtesy, act with dignity. Please play with pride. Failure to do so could lead to an ejection from the stadium. Thank you.
And the goal will go ahead and count for the Comets, 4-0. Great hit away by Zaw. Will continue down the close side. Inside, Miller just misses it. And cleared out to Edward Zaw. Harris outside the 18, just into the hands of the keeper. It'll be the 5th shot on goal tonight. The only shot on goal to not connect for the Comets.
Very rare miss for the Comets there.
Punt headed by Zaw. And then the foul called on the Indians. So they push down number 9, Jake Dabrowski. Still about 35 and a half remaining in this game. Things getting a little chippy out there between the Comets and the Indians. Kick in by Zod. Harris past the keeper, and that will be his 2nd goal of the night. John Harris. 5-0 Comet lead. Comets picking up what they've been doing the last couple weeks. They'll continue it. 35 minutes and 2 seconds remaining on the game clock. Out on the Comets, it will be a throw-in for the Indians. Cleared all the way down inside the 18 and out for a goal kick. Offsides, it looks to be the call. OHSAA all the way across the pitch to Harris, wide open, and he loses it, but it will be a Comet corner. Be a long trot over for number 8, Edward OHSAA. He'll be doing the kicking in the corner tonight. OHSAA, the corner, overshot everyone, but it remained in Comet possession. Chrisman ended up with it, and be Bean, and he'll sail it way over. Be picked up by the keeper. They look to go quick.
Fairfield definitely needs to start scoring and scoring fast if they want to have a chance to come back in this game. So definitely can see some rushed offense by them.
Could see some rushed offense, but this Comet defense has been phenomenal so far tonight. Same with the keeper, Landon Darling. He's not allowed a single goal so far this season. He's been involved in many shutouts. The throw-in. Headed out. All the way across the pitch. A great pass to Harris. Harris makes his run in. The extra pass to Miller. Just able to be stopped by the keeper.
Looks like he hesitated there for a second, and that cost him another goal.
Dombrowski makes his run, the shot blocked by the keeper. Be a Comet corner kick. We're going to have to rotate out keepers as the other Fairfield keeper on that dive. It looks like he came up, hurt himself, and he hurt something in his back, so they'll have to change out keepers just at the half-hour mark remaining in this second half. .30:04 remaining in the match. The corner will go all the way back. Corner. Shot out Za at the top. Zips it a little bit wide. Zipped it a little bit wide and left. To the middle of the field, the Comets, man, they are having their own way here in the second half. A great slide tackle there by the Indians. I will kick it out. .28 minutes remain in this second half. Comets have a 5-0 lead. Good footwork by Za. Pass midfield by Za over to Miller. Ball won by the Comets. The pass down to Miller.
Comets really just trying to play keep away right now just to make sure they don't give the Indians a chance to score. They're not really looking to put points on the board, just make sure Fairfield can't.
Great slide tackle there to kick that one all the way out. Yeah, and Katie, like you said, play keep away. Don't let the Indians be able to score. What you're aiming for is don't let them have any hope left in this game. Kind of just squeeze the life out of them. Kind of like how snakes sometimes, when they go for their prey, they suck, they squeeze the life out of them. Kind of that way. That's kind of how the Comets are trying to play the rest of this game.
It's going to be 3 subs for the Comets. Like we were saying earlier, some of the starters starting to come on out. Some younger players or less used players are starting to get some more playing time here.
Still, obviously, 1 or 2 captains have to stay out on the pitch. It's like Zaw will have his first time out of the game as he's on the bench for the Comets. And what a night Edward Zaw had in this an assist, maybe a couple more assists on the 3 goals that occurred this half. Kick towards the middle, won by the Comets and then lost. Sorry, they kept possession. Back to the keeper, Darlin.
It's going to be throw-in for the Indians here. Punt away, good one. Won by the Comets. Remain Comet possession.
Mason substitutions. Number 13, Will Staker. Along with number 20, Grayson Sherman.
Majority of this Comet team being seniors and juniors, not the youngest team. Obviously not the youngest team in the GMC. Some teams only working with sophomores, as find Kruger on the far end. And kicked out. It will be a Comet corner.
Like you were saying, Trevor, only 7 underclassmen in total on this team, so definitely a majority junior and senior led team, so it's going to be interesting to see if the Comets give some of these younger underclassmen some opportunities to have some varsity playing time.
Comets ready for the corner. Kick is up, inside, cleared out by the Indians. Be out on the Indians. Sorry, it'll be out on the Comets. Looks like they do have a JV player out on the pitch for the Comets. Will go out and be Comet throw in. They will go ahead and change goalies. Landon Darling out. Spencer Fielden in. Both sophomore goalkeepers on the year, and that one will close the book on Darling's night. One towards midfield. Making the run, and he pulls it way wide of the box. Another Comet substitution. It looks like JV player checking in, not on the official Comet roster. An injured player on the pitch. Looks like it will be a yellow card given to the Comet player. Another yellow card given out tonight. That's 4 already on the game.
Been a very aggressive game on both sides on defense. 2 yellow cards per each team, so it's been equally aggressive.
kick towards the 18 and headed out by the Comets. Be a rough one, and they will award a penalty kick for that one. They will award the penalty kick, and we'll see Fielding's first true test of the night. They'll award the penalty kick.
See if Fairfield can get on the board here.
Fielding ready in the goal. Shot, and he sails it over the goal. The shutout still in effect. And he let that one rip, and he let it rip way over the net. Great defense by the Comets. A great pass down the pitch. The kick in over the head of the keeper and the Comet player, and that one buried through the back of the net. Another goal for the Comets tonight. Looks like number 18 for the Comets, Gleb Parker. And the rest of this game will be played on a running clock, regardless of what happens until this Comet lead goes below 6 goals. $14.5 remaining in the match.
Great save by the Comets.
A great team effort overall, and then finally smothered by Fielding in the net. The outside, the kick off an Indian defender and will be cleared out. Comet throw in on the far side. 12 and a half remaining here at the Mason Multi-Purpose Field. That one cleared out. Actually, surprisingly, that one stays in the multi-purpose field, not over the fence. Like we've seen one happen already tonight. Well, turn and kick towards the tennis courts right beside the Mason multi-purpose field. Comets facilities all bunched up right next to each other. You have the wire field currently behind us, the Mason multi-purpose field where lacrosse and soccer played, and then the tennis courts over here where state champion tennis team for the Comets practice and play their matches. Not to mention today, marching band had themselves their practice down in the bus circle. Some middle school football games happening behind us during pregame of this soccer action. And then more action happening tomorrow as the Comets football travel to Oak Hills to play the Highlanders. That game, some serious GMC implications on the line for the Comets. After a huge win on Friday night against Lakota East, last Friday night against Lakota East, looking to continue the streak as that one will go out of play with 10.5. Comets boys team, their next action Saturday. St. X, one of the top teams in the Cincinnati region, coming to play these Comets. Comets have already played Moeller last week. That game, a phenomenal one at that. 2 weeks ago, that's when they played the Crusaders. Girls soccer on the road today at Fairfield. Score not yet reported in the finale of that game.
Fairfield still trying to be aggressive here, trying to at least get on the board to avoid a blowout. Taken away by the Comets. It's going to be save for Fairfield goalie.
Just about 8 minutes remaining here at the Mason multi-purpose field.
It's going to be a quarter kick for the Fairfield Indians. Yet again, last-ditch efforts to get on the board.
right to Fielden. Be a save there for Fielden. Another one on the air. Just under 7 minutes remaining here in the match. Comets have had all momentum tonight. Only a bit of momentum Fairfield had was the penalty kick that they sailed over top of the goal. Six minutes remaining. The Indians are trying their hardest to try to get something on the board to negate this 6-0 lead. All the way over to Fielden. Fielden will take it to Chrisman. Chrisman's still playing in this match. He's had a workload tonight. Same with number 7, Searles. Great stop by Chrisman into Zimmerow. And then out. Be a Comet throw-in. And some subs will come in. Edward Zaw back into the game for the Comets. Luke Charlton and John Harris back in the game for the Comets. And a game that has been tonight. All Comets in this one. Be out on the Comets. Zaw towards the middle of the field looking to work. Pass towards the corner for Stern. Be goal kick. for the Indians. Chrisman, a great touch. And over OHSAA was in the middle of it, and then it will be completely taken away. And then finally sent out by Chrisman. Minute 55 remaining in the game.
Comets haven't let up at all during this match, staying very strong and on defense, making sure they don't let the Indians get on the board.
Minute 10 remaining as the shot towards the keeper and the pass over towards Stern. Shot is way up and over towards the parking lot across the street.
Wow, Trevor, tonight a lot of things we've never seen before. Refs getting involved, balls in the tennis court, and even in the parking lot. It's been a crazy game here at the Mason Multipurpose Field.
Looks like they're going to just take their time. 30 seconds remaining in the match. OHSAA fighting hard in the 18. Back out. Fairfield looks to make a run. 10 seconds remaining.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will put an end to the game. A Comets shutout in the net. Darlin and Fielden, both credit for that. 6-0 was the Comet win. Katie, any final thoughts you have on this game tonight?
It's definitely keeping the Masons Comet streak alive. Full head of steam for the Comets, leaving no room for error for any of these teams. Another blowout game for them on the season. Definitely a team to be feared here in the GMC and in the greater Cincinnati area.
Absolutely, and we continue to keep this team under a microscope and wonder how their season will keep going. Thank you for joining us here tonight. I've been Trevor Rose with my broadcast partner, Katie Halligan. Once again, this broadcast tonight proudly sponsored by Reach Cabinets and Remodeling, located right here in Mason. Visit them online at reachcabinets.com or give Jerry a call at 513-260-2595. Jacob Frolick doing behind-the-scenes work. Trent Moran doing camera. Daniel Panetti doing camera. And Jacob Cameraman as well on the camera. We hope you guys have a great night. Go Comets.